So hi sir. So uh, my report is about educational application, the nursing curriculum in the information age, accessible, effective distance education anytime and any place. So nursing curriculum information age. First, I will state the objectives of this topic. Um, First is explore the past and present perspective of distance education. Compare and contrast important interactive electronic tools support and learning of a distance or at a distance. Examine essentials, strategies and support required for the distance education learner and faculty. Recognize further nursing research needed to propel future in distance education. And also, one of the objectives is this chapter will include the following: a definition of distance education, an examination of various educational platforms, strategies and support for the learners, faculty support for course development and delivery, legal, ethical, and copyright issues, and future trends and associated research questions. So, what is distance education? So, distance education differs from the traditional classroom into essential elements. So, distance education pwede siya ma-relate karon sa nahitabo karon nga crisis, especially sa mga student nurse nga niuli silang places which is nag-conduct karon og online exam. It can be considered as distance education through online. Then, the majority of course or program of study, whether with teachers and students or with students and students, is separated by: first is physical distance. Second, oftentimes does the term education anytime and anywhere. So, ang distance education is application po siya sa education anytime, anywhere. So, biskan asa ta. And then, now, resulti, what is the effectiveness of distance education? Educational outcomes are similar for both the on-campus and distance educational students. So, effective siya bahalag kanang from the word both on the campus and distance educational students. So, distance education is ma-prefer siya anang especially kanang mga ga-homeschool like that. Pwede po siya ang distance education, ma-apply po na siya sa school on campus, especially distance education like ang teacher is dili makasulod ana nga subject, and then so ma-consider siya nga distance education is og magbilin siya og like for example is mga activities para sa mga students. And then students usually drop out for personal and family crisis rather than educational modality. So yes, distance education pod is also applicable pod siya, especially kanang what do you call that one? Isa ka student kanang call that one, sinati og crisis or family problem, pwede ni siya magamit ana nga student the distance education. So distance education students, regardless of the delivery methods, receive the same grades or do better than those students receiving traditional instruction. Oh, yes, regardless of the delivery methods, receive the same grades or do better than those students receiving traditional instruction. So, mas makabuhat og better ang mga student nga gagamit og distance education. Overall, students' evaluations are good to very good following distance education activities. Later on, mag-give kog examples or something makakuan jud ani nga most related ani nga topic. And then one factor commonly identified by students as a tremendous values in distance education is a collection of learners at a location that promote the sharing of ideas. Yes. Now, sa mong na experience this crisis because of the COVID-19 virus is way po na sharing mig ideas, which is mag-communicate me sa akong mga classmates. You can consider distance education. For example, like the online exams, online return demonstration, not just sa mong classmate but also to other professors namo sa school. And then, now, let's proceed. Perspective of distance. So, the past and the present. So, in the past, schools and educators needed and used to develop conduct education at distance. Documentation frequently have to be substantiated. Regulatory agencies to approve of campus section sites when geographical barriers existed. Some states even defined the number of miles per approval. Education, depending on the school's technology resources, it also mean that the faculty of the distance to all the campus of site. So, in the past, ang schools and education needed, educators is at a distance. So, documentation ilang ginabuhat. Which is, dili pa jud kay siya also before ang what do you call that one? Distance information nila before. Kadit lang sir ha. Gamit naman ko flashlight sir. Advertise ito. And before, nadyo barriers silang distance education kay like technology resources lack sila, unlike in the present now or today. The term distance education is associated with learner accessibility, whether learning is experienced locally or globally. So, karon mas high-tech ta karon, so dili na kayo problema og mag-distance education ang mga learners. Kay daghan pwede magamitan, mobile phones, computers, laptops, ana. And then, at home or dormitory, yes, pwede jud siya for mas effective siya, especially og kanang magamit lang through internet and across the state lines and even internationality. So, napoy uban distance education is through online, which is pwede pud maka-enroll ang other students, like example, online tutor. Like the example ani nako is online tutor is the what you call that one, 51 Talk, ACADSOC, mga online tutor. And then in-apply sa as a student nurse, ma-apply po siya. Kaya I have a one friend on Instagram, which is, I can consider it as a distance education because she is studying Bachelor of Science of Nursing. And then iya lang gigamit kay say tawagan ng laptop ra siya. So ma-consider nimo siya distance education kay nag-online exam sila, then ga-online teaching ilang professor through online, through the technology which is now today, which is more dali siya, available siya anywhere, and then dili siya hassle unlike before nga lack of technology siya. And then next, so the evolution of distance education and ang distance education before naka-experience siya mga bumps, surges of acceptance with the involving presence of print, audio, television, the various computer interactive technologies. Ana kay before dili pa gid kay siya ingon nga high tech, unlike karon mga what you call that one, the Gen Z generation Z and the millennials. So distance education courses started out focusing on vocational training. So before ni siya year 1999. But now many different disciplines have capitalized on distance education as an option of instruction. Yeah. Kana kay dito sa akong gisulti nga it's a option of instruction. Di ma-consider dili lang jud instruction kundi lahi pa jud ana. And then the corresponds in radio courses. So United States is one of the support ani nga movement in the Boston. Mag-base sila sa Society of to encourage studies at home. Mas encourage nila mag-studies at home sa Boston before year 1873. So, yeah. And then next is yes. Before distance education dili kaingon nga inana ka kung anong technology like computers and laptops. Before ginagamit nila is telephone on through call with the teachers or the educators. And then also they use television, and then satellite courses. Excuse me, boss. And then these provide the first two-way interaction within distance education for physicians and nurses in Wisconsin. So, mao ni siya ang pinaka-first nga duha ka pamaagi interaction within distance education for physicians and nurses in Wisconsin. No, ilang gamit ani is audio, through audio lang. Also, satellite technology sa United States was implemented in the early 1980s. So, these methodologies began to offer distance students greater transparency of the technology, which enhanced greater transparency of the technology. Enhance the educational experience of the students. So, some interactive technologies such as cable, compressed video, and video teleconferencing continue to be used supplementally for stimulated face-to-face contact and simultaneous two-way interaction. So, makonsider na ko ning simultaneous two-way interaction kani akong gibuhat karon. And then face-to-face contact is example is video call, online video call with the professor. Then yes, computer technology came slowly to the forefront. Distance education and then it just exploded. So, 1990s, 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 19 familiar na nataani nga in the late 1970s, computer-based education or the CBE, computer-assisted instruction and computer were implemented cautiously, like so many other types of technology used to distance education to supplement traditional classroom courses. Yes. So, in 1970s, nagawas ang computer-based education. So, mas by the ages, another year, naglahi-lahi pod ang way sa distance education. And then, so, educational consortiums. So, numerous consortia are present across the United States nowadays, and most state membership to promote distance education. So, mao ni siya ang sa US. And then, also distance education for nurses, knowledge is power. So, mas makatabang jud sa student nurses and soon to be nurse, registered nurse ang distance education, especially na when naanata sa field kay sometimes ma-considered nato nga na times nga malimtan nato atong mga natun-an, like pwede ta maka enroll through distance education through online. And then, sir, so mao dyan akong gamit, sir. Kaya wakay laptop. So, strategies and support for the distance education learner. Yes, principles and evaluation criteria. Inequality educational should be based on learning objectives and educational outcome. Ano siya ang strategies and support for the distance education learner. Parehas na mo, mga student nurse sa AMCC, not just the nurses, the other medical courses, and the health, the education course. So, pwede din siya ma-apply. Second, the rule of faculty will change. Yes. Definitely yes. Charot. English. While the nursing content will remain the same, the traditional classroom providing education via distance will mean some method changes when delivered educational matters. Materials. Yes. Kung ano mo karon before mga faculty staff or mga teachers or professors, before nag-use sila og manila papers, writing on the boards, but now na-change ang materials pag-educate students, di ba? Now, especially karon, mas more nag-use og PowerPoints kaysa sa manila paper. And then, dili ra jud siya karon applicable sa college. Also sa mga elementary, kinder, and as what sa akong nadunggan nga ang public school is magamit na sila tablet due to this pandemic. Magamit na sila tablet og dito na sila magklase. So, distance education is very tawag na to ng useful, especially ingon ani nga mga situation, especially example lang is maka-parents ka og kanang dili gusto nga isend ka sa school. Example ani is the anak sa Team Kramer. Ito example sir no. And then one of the excuse me. One of the strategies and support also is the importance of orientation. So students pass the series of steps towards self-directed learning, almost like experiencing a less of loss. Yes. So kailangan pod as an educator, then kailangan nimo i-orient imong student what is all about ang distance education ana kasi gamit ana for them to have knowledge about it. So sa distance education sa ako answer ha. So yes, importance of communication and flexibility. So, internet education may be partially or fully text-based. Yeah. So, kabalo na ka ni sir. Charot. Example, last week, the online exam, return demonstration, the videos, that kanang isund na mo sa inyo. So, the ability to carry on a dialogue, discussion, interchange, whether in a synchronized or asynchronous mode, is vital to the connectivity of students' experiences with the faculty and fellow student. So, well explained kay siya sa importance of communication and flexibility sa students. Not just the students, but also the educators. And yes. Wala man siguro to, sir. So, for summary, charot summary lang ko, sir. We have to admit that technology are great help in improving the lectures and giving class. Yes. Mas makuha so the kanisa sir had nursing curriculum the information age. Kay kuan man good. Yes, in giving class discussion mas improve. Yes, agree ko ani. It's because dako most of us in our batch used to ano jud more in technologies. Yes. Nanagani uban bata ron. Mas high-tech pa sa amoa. So yes, a big agree. Yeah, very agree with this sir nga. A great help in improving the lectures and giving class. Discussion. Yes. Kabalo ka ana, sir. Isa po na inyong way nga ma-educate niyo student. Diba? In a way nga, dili mo board ang student. Yes. It also helps nursing students to be more active in classes, and it is a big help in developing their skills that they will using in the future. Yes, for example is kanang pag-show ninyo mga videos how to do this like that, like mga return demonstration through YouTube. Yeah. It makes student nurse understand the classes rather than always talking and writing it down to the board. Yeah. Kay experience as a student nurse, boring jud siya nga nang mag-write sa board di ba? Then so mas big advantage kay sa moa nga technologies mo ginayus ron as a si tawag kalimot ko sir kanang basta nakalimot ko kanang tugon mo ko sir. And yeah, Ato, nga, i-compare ni mo gubod siya kay, og, more ang teacher, example lang na sira ato, sir. Si, kuan, kinsa mo ko example, sir, ha? Nga hilig sulat sa board. Dagan man, may need to mention, charot. Bitaw, sir, mas masabtan man good na mo more student nurse when it comes nga makita na mo ang action. Matod pa sa quotes. So ito, actions are better than words, di ba? Okay, namagay sa kuha, para sa kuha, mas maka-learn ko more if nakita na ko gi-action. No, kay kita as a Filipino, hilig dito mag-awat-awat, mga imitators biyata, di ba? Or ako ra, charot, dito mostly jud Filipinos. So, og words ra siya, mag-bored jud siya, boring, di ba? Mostly daghang examples ani is like reading Wattpads, books, mga fiction and non-fiction, di ba? Mas malingaw ta og na pictures, di ba? And then tugo na jud ko, sir. Computer technologies have opened the door to many teaching approaches for nurse educators. Yes, computer technologies gives more ano siya sa auto pwede na mo storya. Gives more from the word give more from the word open the door to chances. Yes. And then, however, the challenges facing faculty who did not grow up in the computer age continue the focus of concern. Yeah. Okay, na may uban mga faculty teachers now nga dili pa habal lumag-use sa technologies. Yeah. Para sila, it's also a disadvantage. Pero in the nursing curriculum, need jud siya. Especially, we're more on return demonstration. We need it. Kinahanglan jud kayo siya sa mua kay like, for us nga, mas nice, mas nindot mo siya nga, makita mo siya through action, kay dali na mo siya ma-adapt. Mura gud na siya bata nga, nakita, nakasuon dayon, charot. And then, the need to bridge the gap among the generations of educators and learners is critical. Yeah. Example is this professor is not used to this technology. Then this student is, which is mas na-adapt niya ang technology, is critical dito siya. Kay makuan man na siya nga sa student may fail, like lahi man tag perceptions unsa tong way nga maka-learn, di ba? Ako way na ko ma-learn kay magbasa ko, sir. Magbasa wala po tinasabtan, charot lang bitaw. And then programs to prepare faculty to gain the requisite knowledge and experience needed for implementing technology as a teaching strategy must be developed. Yeah, isa po ni siya nga responsibility po sa faculty teacher ang mangitag way para ang learners makatuon. Yeah. Para sa inyong gibuhaton, sir, online exam, online return demonstration, it's a way of teaching strategy, and that's very compliment na ako, sir, nga. It was a good idea, pero para sa ko, sir, lisod lang po. Kaya wala may wifi. And then, we all know that technology has both changed and invaded our lives. Yes. invaded our lives. Okay, more on technologies ta karon. Like mas spend patag more sa wala man na siya na-relate sa nursing. Pero kuan magud siya. Dili ra magud just pwede ay dili ra pud siya sa nursing ma-apply kundi sa tanan, di ba? So, thus it should come as no surprise that technology has worked its way into nursing education. Integrating in our curriculum would be nice since it boosts our learning. Yeah. Ni akong giingon, balik ta nga. Mas useful jud ang technology karon nowadays, especially sa nursing curriculum, information age, like what in our sa tong past nga discussion sir nga. Mas useful jud ang computer pero we need to kanang be more careful bitaw nga di ta careless kay ma-mislead ato ang information sa tong mga concern ana. Then do it with purpose also. Yes. Tulgo na ako sir. Also, yes. Educational application sa kung mga gi-istorya ganin nagipangyaw-yaw. Accessible siya. Yes, very accessible nowadays, especially sa mga students nga nagdako og technologies, mga high-tech technology. Effective distance education anytime and any place. Yes, anytime, any place, pero dili kinako ma-considered anytime, any place. Because night times nga mga night students nga Wi-Fi, signal. Yes, ma-considered na siya. Pero as a nursing student, responsibility pod namo nga mangitag way if we wanted to learn something and for us nga madala ni namo sa field soon. Yeah. Distance education also proved to be an effective delivery system for nursing education. Yeah. Then kani siya useful jud kani siya kani akong topic karon nga pandemic. Especially daghan pa kayo mig mga topics, mga return demonstration nga wala pa nahuman. And it's very helpful for us this distance education. No application anytime, anywhere, any place, bahalag. Wow, may Wi-Fi. Pero video, we find ways. And then studies comparing distance education with traditional classroom experience find that academic achievement, mentoring opportunities are comparable and improved by using distance education. In addition, students report satisfaction with learning at distance probably because they're convinced of being able to take their choose time and place. Yeah. Pero lahi lang niya mo ang nalay deadline. Itawon. Namjo expiration tanan. Charot. Also, but we must remember that distance education is not for everyone and must make careful choices about using distance education technologies. Yeah, careful ta. Like akong gingon, ma-mislead ang information, especially karon sa mga nurses like the information age, masayop as a student nurse, nag-interview kag isa ka patient, then ma-mislead nimo ang information, imong na-type sa computer, it was a big mistake. No? Like for example, itong gipabasa nimo sir, the Republic Act 1 basta, to 10,000 to kapin kuan nga pwede siya ma-filean, so considered as distance education also. So yes, we as a student nurse is we are responsible enough. No, kami more responsible nga mingitag way for us to learn. In this topic nga akong gisulti sir is applicable siya karon nga situation, pandemic time, like the online exams, online return demonstration. Yes, applicable kaayo siya kay makita nimo ang anytime, accessible anywhere, any place ani karon, and it's very helpful. Though na siya advantage og disadvantage. Well, uh, distance education is very helpful jud, especially karon kay for us to learn. Manigingon nga umulan bumagyo ayos lang, charot, walang makakapigil, charot, walang makakahinto sa aming pag-aaral. Yes, and that's it sir. That's why as a student nurse nowadays, dili na to kanang si tawagan na gamiton sa sakto ang technologies nga unsa naa karon, and dili ta as a student nurse parehas ana. Some of my classmates are lying nga dili sila ka-access, pero nganong ni nagidaman. Yes. Sorry sir for the interruption. Yeah, as a student nurse, responsible jud na mo maka-learn, and then kani apply jud kini siya na mo karon distance education. Then yeah, then BDO jud, we should find ways pag may sinasings nga pag may paraan, maraming dahilan. Mao ba na basta mo to siya nga distance educations technologies nowadays in nursing curriculum information age is very helpful sa tanan because through online pwede ta maka-learn, through online pwede ta eskwela anytime, anywhere, any place, homeschool ana. So maura to siya sir, ta na kayo na substance tulgo na jud ko sir.